So what if I told you that you could take an 11-inch laptop using a CULV processor and play Crysis on that laptop? Shuttle is going to make that happen. Here we have an 11-inch laptop that is playing 3D Mark at some very respectable resolution and frame rate. And this is possible using this external graphics card adapter that's plugged in through a modified HDMI port. So you could essentially take your laptop to this laptop, tiny little 2-pound, 3-pound laptop, to your next LAN game event and play all your games using this right here. The only catch is that you got to have an external monitor at this point to do it. It won't play through the laptop screen. Now, just for comparison purposes, we're going to show you here 2 identically configured laptops running the same 3D Mark, and look at your frames per second difference. You're maybe getting 1 to 2 frames per second. This one's already done with the benchmark, 24 to 30 frames per second. That is absolutely awesome. Nick, tell me how that works.
So basically what it does, the breakout box does all the processing for the notebook. You don't have to use the integrated graphics. Now you have an option where you can just drop in a card, whichever card you choose from, whether ATI or NVIDIA.
Now, I can see that this is not going to fit your GTX 285, 480 Fermi cards, 470, but you told me they're going to come out with a full-size version of this that's going to fit your desktop card, right?
Yes, actually this is the GXT Mini, and we're going to have a full-length one for the larger graphics cards.
So we're talking desktop performance aside from the desktop.
Exactly. So if you want to do your high-end gaming on a regular notebook, you can.
I'm gonna take this on my next flight international, plug a big screen TV where the stewardess's seat should be. I'm gonna be gaming the whole flight on the way home. What's the retail price gonna be on that approximately?
For the breakout box, it would be around $150, $180, something like that.
So really, really affordable for the full size?
For the full size, yes.
That's absolutely awesome. So you've just turned anyone's laptop, regardless of the video card size, into a gaming laptop.
Pretty much. It does need to be a SPA laptop, so it does have to be from Shuttle. And the port will be clearly defined on there. But the best part of all is it doesn't have to be just a graphics card. It could be a capture card, so you can do all your HD editing through the device itself. Or you can drop in a TV tuner, whatever you want, as long as it's a PCI Express slot.
So you content creators out there are no longer limited by the hardware that you've got in your laptop. You buy a Shuttle system, and you put one of these with it, you can do anything you want. That's absolutely awesome, Nick. Let's move on to some of your to talk about your new notebook ecosystems with your swappable computer components. This is something that we introduced at CES 2009, 2010 earlier this year, and the video of which can be seen on our website. We're going to talk a little bit more about those notebooks in a second. And this is the new Shuttle ecosystem. So basically you've got an entirely swappable notebook. You now have to buy your notebook just once, and you can swap the components inside as new ones become available. Nick, tell me a bit more about this whole notebook ecosystem.
So basically what we created was standard. We modularized the notebook. So you think about it as a desktop kind of functionality where you can swap out any of the parts, but now it's a notebook. That's what
so you just brought do-it-yourself enthusiasm to the notebook platform.
Pretty much, but we built it to bring back the local OEMs that want to build their own brand. Lately, there's been a lot of problems where little small shops can't build their own designs because it costs too much. Well, this is an easy way for everyone to create their own design of something that already exists.
Where can our readers go and when to purchase one of these systems?
For that, you probably might see them at stores. They're just not branded Shuttle. So that's the major thing. The other thing is if you're thinking about buying 200 pieces at a time, you can go on our website.
So for those shops that are reading this and listening to this right now, if you guys are interested in doing this, just contact Shuttle. That's awesome, Nick. Let's take a look at some actual working models. We've got, looks like a 13-inch platform here. Like I said, we're at Computex 2010 and it's a bit busy, so let's move around the other side. Your 14-inch platforms, I got another 14-inch. What's the difference between these platforms right now?
Well, we have all platforms. We have Monavina, we have Calpella, pretty much anything you can think of. We've already created a motherboard for it.
So you're buying the chassis, the internal components, minus the motherboard, and swap it out later if you need to. Take it back to the manufacturer you bought it from and say, hey, I need to upgrade this, upgrade that, which now becomes a feasible option for your readers to actually do.
Pretty much. And for the U.S. market, everyone knows it's all about services, so it's the best way to bring back the economy.
That's absolutely awesome. And like we were saying, you can pair one of these systems up with one of those external video card adapters. You've got your gaming system right there. Let's take a look at this. I mean, you've got some really nice brushed metal finish. I mean, a big part of the enthusiasm for a notebook comes in the actual user interface, the touch and feel of it. And some of these are really nice. So you're buying basically your user interaction with the laptop, and then you choose the components later. You don't have to worry about, well, it doesn't really come with everything I need, because it's upgradable.
So the best part is we actually are working with any of our partners that want to create their own design. So for example, over here we actually have a design we created with one of our partners, which is this one. They wanted a little bit more Apple feel-ish look.
Definitely has that unibody frame look to it.
The top of it feels like a MacBook Air.
Certainly does.
It has all the characteristics they wanted, and we can create it, and we actually paid half of the tooling.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And this is under whose manufacturer right now? Can you say?
Unfortunately, I can't say, but if you take a close look, you might see it later.
Well, we're here at the Shuttle booth, Computex 2010. We'll have more continuing coverage for you in the coming days. Stay tuned.